Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we are at Silage, and I'm not in the 398 and I'm not in the International 574. I'm in the Massey Ferguson 6280 Raking. As you can see, I have one field done. The brother is currently baling that field, and I have this field to do, that field to do, another field there. There might be another field on the farm as well, and then I have to go over the road to do another field. This is for the big farmer. You might remember the first video last year where we baled about 50 or 60 acres in the one day. Well, I raked it in the one day. It took the brother a couple of days. We're baling for that man again, and I think we have about 5 or 10 less acres to bale this year, so we have about maybe either 55 or 45 or whatever. We have that little bit less to do this year than we did last year. So it will take me probably the whole day to get all this raking done. It'll take the brother a couple of days, and then once I get all this raking done, tomorrow, Saturday, I might be drawn. Don't know what tractor I'll be in. I don't know 100% if I'll be drawn or not, but I might be. But I know for today I have a full day's worth of raking to do. So anyways, I'm going to put the camera down. I'm going to get the second field started, and then in one of the fields we'll probably get some footage of the raking. Unfortunately now I probably won't get time to get any footage of the baling today, but we'll see. Anyways, enough talking, let's get to raking. 3 fields raked, moving on to my 4th one. So I have that field out there raked, this one here, and that one out there raked that the brother is currently baling in. So my 4th one is just out here, heading to it now. Gateway is just here, and then I believe there's another one then up the road, about a 3-4 minute drive up the road. I don't think he has any more fields cut around the yard. Every field that I've raked so far is around the yard, his farmyard. No road hauling, just in the field and into the yard and that sort of a way. So I don't think he has any more, but I will be told if he does or not. So just get through this gap, hopefully not clip anything. Lovely. It's a fairly light crop. The 3 fields I'm after raking were all a fairly light crop, but dry. Today is Friday. So I might have all this raked by today. The brother will have to do Saturday, possibly even Sunday, if we have any delays, but other than that I think it should be okay. But yeah, the grass is, if I can open the door. It's wilted nicely. I think it'd be more haylage than anything else, but it's okay. Bale it up, wrap it up, the cows will eat it over the winter. Nothing bad about it. So I'll unfold the rake. I'll get a couple of rings done here, 1 or 2. I might actually get the 3 rings done, and then when I start the ups and downs I'll get back to you and update you. I have the 3 headlands done, and I'm starting the ups and downs. So the field that I'm raking in now is I think this farmer's 2nd biggest field. It's about 10 acres, and then at the other field that I have to go to, which is over the road, is about 11 or 12 acres. I think that's his biggest field. So we're not doing too bad. We have 3 sort of smallish fields raked, ranging between 4 acres to 8 or 9 acres. And we have 3 raked, raking our 4th one, and we'll be moving on to our 5th one after this. And it's an absolute scorcher of a day, and I have no air conditioning in this tractor. So happy days. But I don't care, because we're at Silage, which is not too bad. Exciting times, exciting times. But I'm tipping along nicely. I'm actually making great progress. I'm going a lot faster than I'm getting the raking done a lot faster than I thought I would have done when we got this job. So not too bad at all, no complaining. So I don't think I told you why I'm actually raking in the 6280 instead of the 574 or the 398. So if you remembered, we got the rake in July 2023. We were in the middle of silage 2023 when we got the rake. So the first year we had it, we put it on the 398 and it was a magnificent job. And then last year for silage 2024, we had it on the International 574 because the 398's PTO was giving problems. It wasn't working right. It needed a new PTO kit, which it now has. And now for silage 2025, I'm in the 6280, but not really. I'm only in the 6280 for today's job. Yeah, the old contractor isn't on. He isn't helping out today, maybe tomorrow, who knows. He's at his own jobs. He's doing a bit of fencing and he has the 398, so I commandeered the 6280. And yesterday evening, me and the brother sort of greased and oiled the baler and the rake, the windrower, and we got all the tractors sorted and organised and ready to go. So for today only, I am raking in the 6280, so it's going to be a very rare sight, this. Probably never to be seen again, who knows. But yeah, that's why I'm raking in the 6280. So me and the brother, we got up at 7 o'clock. We done the feeding at our own farm, given the meal, the silage and the water and all that. We had our breakfast then, and I think we landed on site to this man's yard to do the silage at around 9 o'clock. So we were raking and baling at around 9ish or 9:30. But so early enough. But it is a magnificent day, blue skies, not a cloud to be seen in the sky. I'm driving a tractor with no air conditioning, but I can open the doors whenever. I just have them closed now while I'm doing this. But we're not doing too bad. The baler, the Maxim, the 6280 and the rake all going well. Everything's going smoothly and the way it should, so fingers crossed it stays that way, but I don't want to jinx it, and I hope I haven't, because the brother would kill me. But anyways, he's popping out bales there. You might be able to see him. He might be there for another half hour or so, and then he'll be in this field that I'm raking in now. So if our old contractor wasn't busy today with the 398 and doing his own bits at his own yard, like fencing and stuff, he'd be probably in this with the double bed handle on the back and the front loader in action as well. And I'd most likely would be in the 398 and the rake, most likely, probably. But yeah, in terms of tractors I prefer raking in. I think the 398 is top place. Some people might think this will be a surprise and tier list, but anyways, the tractors that I prefer raking in, number one, the 398, in a very close number two, the 6280, this tractor, and then in last place is the Poor International 574. But it's nothing against it, it's just a lot smaller physically tractor and a lot smaller tractor horsepower wise. So when I come to the end of an ups and down, I have to lift up the rake. In the 398 and in this yoke, it's a lot quicker than in the International 574. I do have to put a bit of rev on to lift it up in the 574, you know. Also, I'm raking in second gear 2A, second gear A with 1500 revs. So because of different tractors and different ratios, I had to do a bit of experimenting in the last couple of fields. I started raking in first gear and D, so 1D, and obviously the difference between 2A and 1D, very little difference. It's like in our old International 674, low fourth and high first, very little difference. But I started in 1D and I said I chanced 2A, and it seems to be tipping along nicely, which is not too bad. But we're getting through this field as well fairly rapidly as well. But at least I don't have to stop. I can keep going. The brother, when he's baling, he has to stop for it to wrap. He cannot wrap while on the go. So he has to stop, and it takes about 1 year, we did count it, 18 seconds sitting idle just for it to wrap. So that's 18 minutes sitting in a field to wrap 100 bales. So yeah, that's it's a long wait, that. But a lot of work has been done on the baler before he brought it out this year for the first silage. He's done a lot of work on it to make sure that there be no hiccups with it this year, because there was a few minor hiccups with it last year, but nothing too major at all. As I mentioned before, I most likely will have all the raking done by today, this evening, all going good. The brother will probably be a full day at it today. He'll probably stop when it gets dark and too hard to see, and then pick it up again probably tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, and do another full day's at it. And if he doesn't get it done then, he'll just tie the loose ends up on Sunday. So yeah, we'll see. I might be drawing bales tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, and if I am, I'm not 100% sure what I'll be driving. I might be in this with the double bale handler on the back, or I might be in the 398 with a single bale handler. That's if our old contractor is going drawn for this farmer tomorrow or not, but we'll see. He did mention, this big farmer that we're doing the silage for, that he did mention that for me to come back tomorrow and help draw. So only time will tell. We'll see what tomorrow brings and what the story is. But for today, we're only focusing on today. It's raking and getting this raking done. I have my air conditioning on, and it feels so good. Holy crap, it was getting warm in here. And I wouldn't mind, but I have the two side windows opened. That one and that one. But they aren't really worth it, really. They're not doing it justice. The door opens, the air conditioning on. That's the air conditioning on. I think the brother is the same. He has no air conditioning in the Maxim, and he has the door opened. And there's just a nice, refreshing, cool breeze coming in, and it's heaven. It's bliss. Field number 4, all raked. As you can see, it is currently 20 to 2. I think I started this field at somewhere around 11:30. So it took me just roughly 2 hours to rake that field. About 10 acres. Not the heaviest of crops in it, but I just went over when I finished actually doing the rake, and there was a couple of stragglers that I just tidied up and raked into a swart there. So yeah, just about 2 hours to get that field raked, about 10 acres. Nice dry grass. That it's going to be more haylage than anything else, not a lot of moisture in it. But I have the rake folded up. We're going to our 5th field, and I believe maybe the final field. Again, I'm not 100% sure on that, but I will find out very shortly. I have to head out that gate just there and go over the road in that direction. Not too far away, but yeah, I can see the brother is almost finished. Maybe he is finished, not 100% sure. But I have this field raked. He's not in this field just yet, but he will be, I'm guessing, very, very shortly. But we'll see. I also have the rake cleaned off, because when you're raking dry stuff like that, a lot of it, well, it doesn't even have to be dry, just stuff that lies on top of it there on the steel frame there. It's sort of worse when it's more drier stuff, because it just gathers up there more often. So I have all that sort of cleaned down to go on the road, and any bits of grass that I did clean off the rake, I put it into a sward. So happy days. anyways, I don't know what the story is. I guess I'll head off and get the 5th field raked, see how I get on. This next field now is slightly bigger than this field. This field is roughly 10 acres. The next field, the 5th field that I'm going to rake, is about 12 acres. So it might take me a little bit longer, maybe 2.5 hours. But we are getting through it. We have 4 fields raked since 9 o'clock, 9:30 and 1:45. So we're not doing too bad. And the brother has 3 fields baled. This will be his 4th field once he gets into it. Anyways, I'll move on to the 5th field and get started at that, and maybe we'll get a couple of clips of the raking in that field as well. Right, we're in the 5th field. I've raked 5 fields so far today since 9 o'clock, and it's nearly 2 o'clock, so we're not going too bad. We're not doing too bad. So this field is, I think, one of the bigger fields he owns. The last field I raked was another one of his bigger ones, but I think this one is the bigger one. It's about 12 acres, I was told, by the farmer himself. And the one I'm after raking, I was told by the farmer himself, was around 10. So, you know, I'm not estimating these field sizes. I was told these field sizes by the farmer himself. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll get the rake unfolded. We'll get this field started, get a couple of rings done. And again, it looks like here it's another bit of a light crop as well, nothing too hectic either. So I've been taking the 3 swarts in every field I've done today, and I say this one's going to be no different. I'll probably take the 3 here. Sorry, I'll probably take the 3 here as well because it's fairly light. But yeah, fold down the rake and let's get stuck into it. I have the first headland done and I'm on the second one now. So everything seems to be going smoothly. When the brother got the phone call first and the farmer told him what he had done, the brother thought he'd have all day today, all day tomorrow, and probably the majority of Sunday. But I assume that he's baling the 4th field now, the field that I'm just after raking, and he might be in there for 3 hours. Usually, we'll say that field took me 2 hours to rake. You could always add another hour onto that or double it for the brother for baling, so it'll either take him 3 hours or 4 hours to bale that. And then he might get a start on this field as well before the day ends. And that will relieve the workload then for tomorrow. And then it'll be sort of the long haul, because the bales from this field have to be drawn back on the road to the farmer's farmyard. So, you know, the first field that I raked, I think, was about 10 acres. The second field, about 8 or 9. The third field would have been so small enough now, probably like 5 or 6. The 4th one was 10 and this one is about 12. So I guess you can do the maths on that, and we'll find out how much acres was raked and baled. But I'm not doing too badly. I think last year he had that little bit more, because it took me the whole day. I didn't land back to our old contractor's farmyard until about 9 o'clock last year when I finished raking, 9 o'clock in the evening. But I don't think we were delayed last year as well. We didn't get the good early start we got this year last year. So, and also when it comes to raking, I'm in a lot bigger tractor compared to the International 574 that I was in last year, which is a lot smaller than what I'm in now. So I could probably get a lot more done in a bigger tractor than what I could have done in the smaller 574. But we're tipping along nicely. Almost finished the second headland. Again, I'm in 2A, second gear, and A on the alphabet on the dash, 2A. and 1500 revs. Alright, we're back again. I done the second headland and he would have landed at the gate, the farmer, and we had a bite to eat. So yeah, we're always sort of spoiled when on this job. They always treat us well, they always keep us fed and watered. So to the farmer and his family, thank you very much, very kind every year. Fair play, thank you. And we're only back now, so we'll get our claws stuck in again and get this field raked. And I know for a fact now that this is the last field. He only mowed 5 fields, so we've only to rake 5 fields. And the brother, the 4th field that I raked, he has a headland or 2 headlands done when I got picked up. So he's only started that field and I'm only starting this field. And I most likely, well definitely will have this field raked before he has that other field baled. So yeah, anyways, I'll keep going. We'll do another couple of rings, a couple of up and downs, and we might get some clips of the raking then. And I am done. It is 5:20. We started at 7:45, so about, rounding up and rounding down, about 8.5 hours, minus the dinner, which could have been 45 minutes, would take away an hour. So 7.5 hours to bale 41 acres. So it's about maybe 5 or 10 acres less than what he baled this time last year. And obviously, as I mentioned probably at several points during this video, a lot of a lighter crop than there was last year as well. So look, a lot of things add up. The less acres I had to bale, less fields I had to bale, a more poorer crop this year than there was last year, and I also have a bigger tractor this year than I did last year. So but that the setup that you're seeing here, the Massey Ferguson 6280 with the rake or the wine drawer, whatever you want to call it, is only for this job. That's it finished. It'll be taken off the rake now, and it probably won't be put on the rake again this year. And maybe that's basically a once in a blue moon setup. A very, very rare occasion, that. But yeah, the brother's probably still baling the 4th field, the 5th and final field. I'm after raking here, finished. So he might be finished in that other field by 7, half 7, maybe 8 at the latest, and he might tackle into this then until maybe 10ish, and then finish it off tomorrow. Because when the farmer was relaying the message onto the brother with all the fields that he had, I think the brother sort of over exaggerated a little bit, because he thought he'd have a full day today, a full day tomorrow, Saturday, and then to finish it off Sunday. But obviously we had a very early start today, way earlier this year than there was last year as well. So it's true what to say, start early, finish early, and all that sort of fun stuff. But yeah, I don't know what the situation is tomorrow. Obviously this field will be classified as the long draw, because he will have to travel out onto the road there, and it's about a 3 or 4 minute drive, so that's about 6 or 8 minutes each way from field to farm to farm to field drawn. But yeah, it's not awfully bad. If I'm needed on the long draw, I'll either be, our old contractor isn't around tomorrow, he's away, so if I am drawn, it'll either be the 6280 here and the double bale handler, or the 398 and either the double bale handler or single bale handler. We'll see. I don't know about the front loader. I haven't operated the front loader, the bale handler for the front loader that much, so maybe drawn on the road with that mightn't be the best bet until I get used to it. But we'll see what setup I have, if I am drawn, if I am wanting. If I am wanting, I'll be here. If I'm not, I'm not. But again, I might get some clips as well of the drawn, but I don't want to be, you know, showing off this farmer's farm and all that. So we'll see. If the video ends and no more clips after this, that's the video over. If there is more footage of maybe just me drawn or whatever, then it will continue for another couple of minutes, I guess. But I do not know if the camera is picking that up, but that is the sound of a 5130, a Maxim, coming over the road. So I believe the brother has finished. He might be finished. I see beacons as well. He's coming in. It has to be him. I know the sound of the 5130. I know the sound of it, and that's him. Yeah. So about 5:30 he's starting this field. He might have all the baling done today, actually. He might have all the baling done today. There he is, all finished. I'm finished as well. The rake is folded up, and I also cleaned any of the grass off as well. So that's me finished, raking finished. And the brother, don't know if you can see him pulling in, but he's here. Hey, yeah. I assume the only reason he'd be in this field is to bale it, because he's finished the other field. So yeah, not too bad. Anyways, that is going to be me anyways. Again, as I mentioned, if the video ends, there's no more. If I am drawn tomorrow and I do get a couple of clips, the video will continue, so we'll see what happens. Okay, sorry for the bad footage. I'm recording this on my phone. I'm currently drawn. I'm in the Massey Ferguson 6280 and the double bale handler on. So basically, when I finished raking, when the brother just landed down in the field, I went back to our old contractor's yard, took off the rake, and then put on the double bale handler. And we're spending the evening now doing the drawn in bales. So we got the raking done in one day, and he'll probably get the baling done all in one day, rather than his over exaggeration of spending 2.5 to 2 3/4 days baling. Wherever he got that out, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that is what I'm at currently, drawn with the double bale handler. I've nothing on the front. I don't have the bale handler for the front loader on. But yeah, we are sucking diesel. Happy out. Spend another while at this. and we'll see how we get on. I don't know what the light situation is on this. I know I have a beacon, but lights for when it gets dark, if we're in here when it gets dark, I don't know what they're like, so have to wait and see, I guess. We'll have to wait and see. Right, so I don't know how that went. Was the footage alright or not? The camera has a stabiliser, the phone doesn't, so it's going to be a bit shaky, and I want to apologise. But we have 2 bales loaded, and I probably won't be doing much footage of this with on the phone. In fact, I'll probably just do the outro here and now before I go on the road. But anyways, yeah, we got raking done, baling done, 41 acres. I got it done in, what was it, 8.5 hours, 9 o'clock start, finished at 5:30. The brother is still baling, and it's currently 5 to 8. He'll probably be finished about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So, you know, not too bad. Motoring on nicely. But anyways, that is going to be the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my merch. The link to that will be down in the description. And I'll see you in my next video very soon. Take care.